Hey y'all, my name is Phoenix, and today we will be solving the Meilong 11x11. Once again, just like last year, I solved the Terraminx from Yushin, and that was an entirely raw footage solve. There was no edits made apart from trimming off a little bit of the beginning and end so that we didn't really have any awkward pauses. The same will apply here. This is going to be entirely raw unedited footage apart from a little trim at the beginning and end so that there's no big pauses. And I'm going to take this opportunity to not only solve the 11x11 because it's something that I have wanted to do for a little while, but I will also take this opportunity to probably give a little bit of info on my channel because I'm sure some of you have a lot of questions. So I don't really see any reason to wait any longer. I have my iPad with me this time so that I can properly time it. I predict it's going to take somewhere around 50 minutes from beginning to end. Obviously starting off with the white center. So I'll go ahead and, nope, I don't want to turn it. I'll go ahead and inspect it a little bit to see if I can find, okay, I can probably start here. So, all right, so 3, 2, 1, go. So we're gonna be starting off with obviously just the white center because that is usually how many people start solving big cubes. And we're just gonna be kind of going from there. I'm going to do my best to stay properly in frame because I'm not the best with that, I will admit. However, I'm going to work to get better, and hopefully I can also get equipment that is going to allow me to move around a little bit more. But I figure as long as I stay close to the middle of this mat that I have set up, then it should work. Now, I don't usually have this mat up for puzzle crate videos because this is a cubicle mat. However, I do think that this mat works out really well, especially for when I every so often do cubicle unboxings, which hopefully, if things go well, I might be able to make one sometime near the end of August, maybe in September. But I think there is one question that a lot of you are probably about to ask me, and now I'm going to take this opportunity to properly answer that. Why do I keep switching topics when it comes to my own videos? As some of you may have noticed, the past few months have been kind of crazy for me. And I have not been the most consistent. However, this inconsistency is really just how I kind of pictured that I wanted to arrange the videos on my channel. I probably did not word that very well, but you get what I'm saying, hopefully. Basically, what's going on is that I would post like a puzzle crate unboxing video, and then the next video after that was a Monster Hunter weapons tier list. And the same goes for last month because I, once again, had another puzzle crate unboxing. Where is it? There it is. And then immediately the video after that was a Monster Hunter Frontier tier list. And to kind of explain why I do videos like this, and why I don't just stick with one topic, is because there's actually many different things that I like. There's many different passions and hobbies that I have. The two big ones, of course, that I have been mainly focusing on for this channel being cubing and gaming. And I wouldn't exactly say that it's a bad thing to have more than one thing to like, but some people might see it as a bit awkward for one channel to focus on two different things. And I can definitely understand that, but that's not going to stop me from doing really. The big explanation behind this is the fact that I just kind of want to do what I like. I don't want to be bound to one thing. Like, I don't want to just permanently bind myself to only making cubing videos or only making gaming videos because there's too much that I really want to kind of talk about. Like, some of my more popular videos have been, of course, from both categories. I think one of my most popular cubing videos, which was my most viewed video at the time where it got uploaded, was the unboxing that I did back in 2022 where I first got the Yushin Gigaminx. That is still my most viewed unboxing to my knowledge. I could also be a bit wrong there. But my most viewed video ever was something that I posted last year where I ranked all of the bosses in Cuphead from my least favorite to my favorite. I didn't expect that video to take off as well as it did, but it has, I think, I haven't checked in a while, but I'm willing to bet that it has surpassed over 30,000 views and is still climbing. And that is still easily my most viewed video. And it's, once again, completely different from my second most viewed video or things like that. But once again, like I said, I don't really want to be bound to any specific thing. And I may have also talked about this I may have also talked about this last year when I saw the Terraminx, but truth be told, there is still plenty more that I plan on doing in regards to both of these topics, because sometimes, like, I think, okay, I don't really want to sound like I'm repeating myself, but you kind of get the idea here. Because I do still plan on making more gaming videos and more cubing videos in the future, because it's just things that I like to do, and I want to kind of stick with making videos about my passions and things like that. So, of course, I'm going to probably stick with this. Now, some people might not see that as necessarily the best thing I could do. Yeah, I can definitely see that. However, I do... Like I said, I don't want to be stuck in this like endless loop of making one video and then making another video, because it's just not as fun that way. And then I understand that I'm kind of making videos for two separate audiences, which is probably really not how it should be done. But still, at the same time, I feel like many people wouldn't really mind that too much, and honestly do share interest in both like I do. I'm not going to be the most, you know, popular YouTuber, and I don't really intend on ever being the most popular, mostly just because you can kind of get stuck in this sort of state where your viewers expect you to do something, and then if you don't do this for a specific amount of time, then you just kind of fall off and nobody even thinks about you anymore. I understand that I'm kind of running the risk of falling into that trap, especially since I'm not being consistent with the kinds of videos that I upload. But in truth, in reality, it's not really fame that I really want from this YouTube channel. Obviously, popularity is a good thing, but I don't really want to become like YouTube famous to the point where in like, I don't know, to the point where in like 6 or like not even 6, like 3 or so years, everyone just kind of leaves and the new generation comes in, because YouTubers do come and go, which is honestly not something that really surprises me. A lot of the best YouTubers from back in the day have moved on and doing other things. They're spending time with they're spending time with family and friends and just focusing more on the real world, and there's really nothing wrong with that. Me, on the other hand, I don't really do this to become YouTube famous. I do this more so as a hobby, and I just really enjoy this, because sometimes you prove to be pretty decent at video games, and sometimes you prove to be pretty decent at cubes. I'm not world class by any means, and what is going on with that center? And I don't really intend to be. Yeah, that center is kind of spun around. Also, white center done. Moving on to the yellow center. And yeah, I think that's just kind of the truth here. I don't really intend to ever be like a world-class YouTuber, cuber, video game player at all. I don't really like to do things too competitively. I do still want to attend cube competitions some point in the future, and I had my opportunity to do so earlier this year, but I kind of had to back out on it, so I wasn't really able to. However, I do still think that there is there's a lot more that I can do, realistically speaking. So I think, come on now, I'm just gonna hide that and bring that there. There you go. So I think what I'm probably gonna be doing is just kind of focusing more on, well, maybe it is a good idea to focus on like what the people like, and I don't know why I brought it right up to the camera like that. And I do want to kind of listen to my audience, and I absolutely do still want to like find a way to connect with you guys. However, I'm just not really going to be running down that road of just like, this is how I have to, like, this is the only way that I can do this, and if I do this any other way, then I am never going to be any good. Because once again, I'm not really gonna shoot for being YouTube famous. I know that's probably like not the best like mindset to have, but I think with where I stand right now, I'm perfectly happy. I'm really just doing this for my own enjoyment, and obviously I would want to do so for the enjoyment of my audience. But I think the thing about, like, what I like to see in videos is the person in the video is enjoying, like, making the video. This is why I usually tend to leave likes on videos where the person who is filming it is genuinely kind of like happy and having fun with making it. I don't like to leave likes on videos where they're just endlessly frustrated the whole time, even if it's the whole point of the video or something along those lines. I don't really like seeing stuff like that, and I don't really want to fall into the trap of I have to make videos like this because the people want to see me upset. And truth be told, I honestly don't really want to be upset making a video because that's just going to rub off badly. And I'm not even going to enjoy editing it. And everything that I've done so far has been entirely on my own. Everything that I do is edited by me, recorded by me, and sometimes even I use like a specially like photograph taken thumbnail, and once again that's entirely done by me. So it's definitely a lot of work. So I would imagine that a lot of YouTubers can understand this. However, with where I stand, once again, I think I am perfectly happy with the direction that my channel is going in. I am happy that I'm able to maintain even a little bit of an audience, and maybe that audience will get progressively bigger as time goes on. So where is it? Okay, sorry, I just got really distracted and I lost my train of thought there. Okay, so I have to grab this piece because there's no other, I don't think there's any other piece in that layer, so I had to snag that one. But yeah, now we've got 5 bars done for the yellow side. I don't really want to just keep running on about how I want to have my channel shape up. Sometime in the future, it may even be sometime next year, that could be a time where I dedicate an entire video to just kind of explaining what my channel is all about and what I kind of really want to get out of it. I don't want to do this for money. I don't want to do this for fame. I just want to do this for enjoyment. It's not really intended to be a full-time job because I actually do have plans in the future, because I've had ideas for like my own video games that I want to design, and maybe hopefully in the future I can start taking classes on game development, which could definitely help me get steered in the right direction towards that, because I've kind of had this idea in the works for about 4 years now. Actually, kind of 4 years. It's been since, like, I can kind of remember since about, what, early 2021, I kind of had conceptions like this. So hopefully at some point in the future, I can definitely, I'm stumbling on my words again. And again, I'm not cutting any of this out. You're hearing me talking live. This isn't a voiceover. This is just me talking while I work on solving the 11 by 11. Also, speaking of which, recently I actually looked at, and by recently I mean yesterday, I looked at the Cubicle's like new arrivals page, and I saw something that made me very happy. Chi finally got around to making their own 11 by 11. For a little while now, the best 11 by 11, in my opinion, that you could have gotten was this one, the Meilong. But the first big cubes that I ever got were actually from Chi. In fact, if you were following me last year, you may have seen me unbox the Chi 9x9 and 10x10. My first big cube in general was the Chi 8x8, but they never went past the 10x10, and I think their 10x10 has been around for a little while. Where is it? There it is. Also, so we are about 13.5 minutes into the solve, and our white and yellow centers are done. Let's move on to blue. We gotta pick up the pace a little bit, because I don't want to spend all day on this. Truth be told, I'm not going to be spending all day on this. A month ago, I sold my 13x13 on the way back from a big trip, and while I wasn't timing myself, I can estimate that I took about 1 hour and 16 minutes, which is faster than I thought I would have been able to solve it. But this time I'm actually timing myself. My iPad's out of frame right now, so you won't get to see that until the end. But yes, I have that running in the background. Hopefully I don't accidentally stop the timer. That would not be good. But yeah, I honestly, I do enjoy making these kinds of videos where it's just like long solves and just me getting to talk like my own commentary, because once again, I get enjoyment out of this, and that's kind of what I want to do with my channel. I want to get enjoyment out of it, and I also want to kind of share that enjoyment with you guys. I want to make videos that are enjoyable to watch, and are not super, like, I don't focus on trends. I really do not ever intend to focus too hard on trends, because I know very well that that is a trap waiting to be sprung. When the trend dies, everyone who focused on the trend is gonna die with it, and that's why I don't do it. But the Yushin Gigaminx, at the time that was released, that was a big deal, because that was the first stickerless Gigaminx that you could ever get. And I think I made the right decision to get it, because, like I said, that video is probably, to my knowledge, which has not been updated in a while, to my knowledge, that video is my most popular cubing-related video. And some point, hopefully next week, or not next week, next month, once again, I said that I kind of plan on making an unboxing on the Chi 11x11, but I also, yeah, I really do want to get Chi's 11x11 to kind of complete the set, because I have their 8x8 through 10x10, and I have all of the Meilong Big Cube line. I just haven't made a video on any of them. You guys have actually never seen the Meilong cubes on my channel before, because the first Meilong Big Cubes I got were for Christmas last year, which was this one and the 13x13. Then I bought the 12x12, and then a few months ago I was going to make a video unboxing the rest of the Meilong line, but that video just was not that interesting because it was just a really small unboxing. Maybe next time, but I will say for certain that the next time I get... yeah, the next time I order something from the Cubicle, which, like I said, will hopefully be in about a month, I most definitely am going to share it with you guys. I'm going to record it, and I think it's going to look really, I think it's going to be really fun to just put together, because what I plan on getting is, I have been eyeballing the Yushin Petaminx for a very long time now, and I think that this will be my best opportunity to get my hands on it. I, of course, do really want to try out Chi's 11x11 to complete the set, because I really do like Chi's Big Cubes, even though I like the Meilong series more. Chi did a pretty good job with her Big Cubes, so that's a good thing. Wait, this is what I need. And then what I really want, actually no, I think the thing that I want the most is the Petaminx, because I think that's going to be the biggest puzzle I ever get. Maybe the magnetic Big Cubes from Diansheng might also maybe be worth taking a look at, but the Petaminx is one that I honestly just really want so badly. Ever since I first saw it on the Cubicle's site, which was almost a year ago now, I have wanted it ever since. But I also think that taking a look at the magnetic Terraminx may also be a little bit interesting, because last year at the same time that I got my my Yushin Terraminx and my Chi 9x9, I also got Diansheng's magnetic Gigaminx, and that actually is pretty nice. It's a really good collector's item, I think, and it's actually not half bad. I mean, $60 for a Gigaminx does sound like a lot, but that's not the right one. But in reality, it's actually not too bad, and the Terraminx may seem like it's going to cost an awful lot, but truth be told, like $94 for a magnetic Terraminx really isn't that bad, especially considering that Diansheng's like regular Big Cubes that they've magnetized, like the 8x8 and 9x9 are like around that price point, and their 13x13 is almost $300, which is as much as the Moyu 13x13 cost back in the day, from what I hear. Okay, where's my last view? My last view are right here. Okay, I'm just gonna do it like this. We're almost done with the blue center. Yeah, I'm going as fast as I can. It's been 19 minutes already, and I'm not done with my third center yet, so hopefully I can do that. Okay. I don't really have to worry about like turning things back because I don't really have any other centers built aside from this one. Okay, good. There we go. So I'm going to turn the blue center over like that. Yeah, we're almost done with the blue center, so that's going to be good. It'll be probably just over 20 minutes. And then we're going to move on to the red center. But yeah, I think I've kind of rambled on long enough about like what I plan on getting. But there's also a couple other things that I want to get. I'm still looking for a place that I can get a helicopter cube. Because again, it's the classic edge turning puzzle. It would kind of be a shame if I never got one of those. Especially since I've had the Kirby Copter for years. I've got the Chiyu Clover cube, and I've got another puzzle that, oh, my arms are aching. Another puzzle that basically does kind of function like an edge turner. You kind of get what I'm saying here. I'm going to actually take this whole bar out and insert that. So that way I can actually preserve this bar. Okay, so there we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and knock this out. It should be really easy to spot pieces now because there aren't as many. Like we have three centers done already, so the last few pieces that I need to put into this are only going to be on 3 different sides. Also, I almost accidentally bumped my timer. Now this bar is actually already mostly built, so that's actually really good for us. So we can do that, and then that's not going to work. So let's instead do this. It's going to break up one of our bars up there, but that's going to be okay. Arms are getting really tired now, and I still got a long way to go. But I'm not going to stop that easily. Actually, one thing that I am very happy about is that when I did this last year with the Terraminx, the video actually did decently well, which I didn't... Oh, no, I can't do that. Which I actually didn't really expect at the time, because it really is nothing special. It's just raw footage of me solving a big cube. I bet people, like other cubers who are much faster than I have done that multiple times. But at the same time, it's something that I enjoyed making, and I really do think that that could actually be a decent enough series. The problem is I don't really have many other... Oh boy. I don't really have many other intentions of going too much farther than this. The biggest big cube that I have and really intend to get is the 13x13. I know Yushin recently made a 14x14, and it is flat-faced, and it's not terribly expensive. However, I don't think I'm going to get it, mostly just because the 14x14 is a bit big for me, and I said myself long before that even came out that the 13x13 was about as big as I was willing to go. And as of right now, I don't think that's going to change. Maybe sometime in the future, but certainly not right now. So, yeah, right now we're just busy with this. Once I do get my hands on, I actually, you know what, I should try to save that bar. That did not sound good. Yeah, I should try and save this bar. And good thing for me, I can do that. Okay, this is the last one I need. It really is a big puzzle. Yeah, this bar is actually mostly built, so these are the last pieces that we need. Actually, hang on, wait. Let's do this. I don't really want to do a big pause like that, but that's perfectly fine. And that bar is now done, and what we can do is we can take these pieces out. So we can do this, and then that. And then there we go. And then the next one is these two pieces, which are actually the last two of these red pieces. All right, most of our red center is done. Well, isn't this convenient? That actually worked out really well. Then we get this. Oh, wait, shoot. I almost forgot that guy. And then we got a corner right here, and almost super conveniently, we were able to get all of the red pieces out. But that's actually still gonna be pretty good for us because, come on now. There we go. And this is our last piece, making sure we did not break up our blue center, because that's gonna be a pain to fix if that happens. All right, red center's done, just over 25 minutes. We're halfway to my predicted time. Let's get going with the last two centers. Okay, so we can do that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do this. So what I'm doing for this last center is I am working my way outwards, but I'm gonna try to get these X's done. So the 3x3 grid in the middle, I can easily get that. Then I'm gonna try and get these kind of X's done, and that will allow me to better set up my commutators. So that way, no, don't do that. So that way, when that happens, I won't have to worry about. Okay, so the X in the 5x5 grid is done. Oh man, it's really difficult to see, but it does kind of fall into place after a while. Let's see here. I want this. And then we have this whole top area not done, so there'll be these three pieces right there. And there we go. So now the 7x7 X grid is done, so now we're working on the 9x9 grid. This is a whole bar that we can just put in like that, so that's good. Okay, so now we have this whole like C done, and it looks like, all right, it looks like that's it for the X's. And the reason why I like to do those is because you can't easily do commutators to solve those pieces. So once again, I'm gonna go ahead and just work my way outwards. I'm gonna take my time with this. I think it's still probably gonna take a few minutes to get all of these commutators done, but it certainly does not take as long to do it on the 11x11 as on even my 6x6 Master Morphix. That's actually one of the harder shape mods that I have. It's not the hardest puzzle that I own, but it's super tedious, especially with center building. I've solved it a few times, but the last time I've solved it was a long time ago, and you can probably be able to infer that. Actually, hold up, I can get most of this done. No, I can't. I'm not gonna risk it. So let's not do that. However, oh, it's upside down. I can get these two pieces done. I can sort of get two at once here. Okay, this one should be pretty easy. Oh man, I might need to start using this map more often because it's actually really helping me stay in frame a lot better. I'm not sure if I should be using these for my puzzle crate unboxings, even though I've had a really bad habit of taking things out of the frame with puzzle crate unboxings, but maybe it's just the camera angle that I have. I think I've got the camera at a good height for this, and it's helping me stay in frame. And this mat is also kind of highlighting where the frame actually is. So I might actually start using this mat regularly, even in puzzle crate unboxings, because it's actually really, really helpful for me. Okay, so I can only get one of these guys. And we've only got this guy, and then the innermost centers will be done. We just have the outermost ones to go. Oh man. Okay, so it'll be this one. All right, next it'll be this guy. All right, I've got this one. Oh, two of them just got paired together, but they're not together. That is annoying. Yeah, I pretty much I'm gonna have to do these one at a time now. All right. Oh no. All right, it has now been pretty much exactly 30 minutes, and our centers are now done. On to edge pairing. So with the edge pairing step, I like to start with white edges and then put them in. If you guys saw my Terramix solve video, you'll know that when I got through all the centers, when I got through all the centers, what I did was I started pairing the edges, and then when I was pairing the edges, I then placed them around, I placed them around the white center to get them in place, so that way it would reduce the number of places where I would have to look for pieces. And the same thing is what I'm going to do with this. So I'm gonna put them in kind of like a little bit at a time, and then let's see, we got another one here and then another one here. So let's go ahead and make sure that they're both out of the white layer. So I've got, okay, now we've got this, and then this guy needs to be flipped. And then I can find that last guy who is right here. So we just kind of sledge it in, or hedge. I honestly don't define sledgehammer and hedge slammer differently, at least not yet. One day I might, but not for today. It's a similar sequence of moves, it's just the hedge slammer is a backwards sledgehammer. Okay, so this one looks like, where is it? It is probably on this top layer. So this is the one that I'm looking for. And it is right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put that one in, flip this edge. I must say though, the Meilong 11x11 does turn very well. It's not like ridiculously tight, and even though this isn't the magnetic one that Diansheng has made, and I've heard great things about those, this one still seems to be performing very well, which is awesome. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put two of these in at once. And there we go. Oh, did I just hear a pop? Okay, nothing happened. And that's good. So, oh no. Okay, this is not what I wanted. Now we actually did get a pop. Where does this go? Okay, this thing is not wanting to go back in. This thing is completely spun around. Yeah, get back in, get back in. Okay, we fixed it, yes. Okay, phew. Crisis absolutely averted. That could have gone so badly. I am so glad I didn't actually have to take any of the pieces out. That would have been really bad, and that would have definitely set me back a long time. Yeah, and then once we get done with these white edges, the next few, once again, I'm just kind of taking my time with this step. I'm not trying to rush, as you can clearly see from me almost getting a pop right there. But thankfully that didn't actually happen. So yeah, I'm just putting it in a little bit at a time. And then I guess let's do green next because it's right here. And then I need to, which one is it? I need this piece. I think it is, where is it? I think it's this one. Okay. See, I do this sort of thing a lot where I basically hide that edge, flip the one that it goes to, and then I bring it back. That's actually proved to be pretty helpful. Okay, I don't want to get too close to the camera there. If I bump my camera and this tripod falls, that's going to be really annoying to pick back up. My tripod is not the best. Okay, so now I can, okay, none of the white edges are in the bottom layer, so that's good. Okay, let's see here. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and do this. And there we go. And now I need to find that last guy. Where is he? Here. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, there we go. So now let's just go ahead and get blue done because that's our last white edge. And then once blue is finished, I guess we just kind of get the rest of them as they come along. So I don't really have any particular order for the last 8 edges or so. I just kind of do them like which one I see that is done first. That's kind of what I go for, which is a decent enough habit to get into for regular speed solving. But for big cubes, I especially like to get into the habit of it because once again, it reduces the time it will take for me to spot pieces. And that actually was very quick to put together. So our first 4 edges are done exactly 36 minutes into the solve. And even despite us getting a big pop at some point. So I guess let's just go ahead and get red and green done. So okay, there we go. And then what we can do as well, I want to flip this edge, but I need this. So we hide that, flip this, I'm not centered. Let's fix that, and then I'm actually just gonna go ahead and slice it like that. Put this in, turn it back, and I think we could probably, yeah, we can. There's 3 pieces out of this edge, and so we can easily probably find them. This one, I'm gonna go ahead and, actually wait, both of those are out. And this one is correct, okay. I almost put that one in the wrong spot. There's one more I need to find, and it is this guy. So it needs to go in here. Okay, so there we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn the centers back. I know it's probably faster to leave the centers, unsolved as you solve the rest of the edges, but I really do not want to risk it this time. Okay, so I gotta flip this one. We're getting very close. It's been nearly, I might actually get this done faster than I thought I would, which would be amazing. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do that, turn the edge away, turn the centers back, and how many more? 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 of these left. We have one that has 2. That one doesn't have any. This one. Okay, I think we're gonna have to do this kind of one at a time, which is a bit unfortunate, but that's okay. It won't really be any big deal. Okay, so we can just put one in like that, turn it up out of the way, and then we put the edge back in, And then since we have 3 left now, we can focus on getting that. And then that's our last guy, so we just put it in like that. Don't bump the timer, please. I don't want to accidentally stop the timer. Not now. Okay, 2 edges down. Let's get this blue and yellow done because it looks like it's nearly finished. So we need this guy. Actually, I'm gonna do this the other way. I do apologize for a little bit of noise. So there we go. Oh no, come on now. There we go. And now we need to get this guy out. Which I think I'm just gonna do like this. That's gonna, oh man, I hope we don't get too many parodies on this. I haven't even thought about parody yet. But I probably should. Also, these are correct. So I think what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna go ahead and flip this guy. And I might actually be able to fully finish this edge with just these 3. So let's see if we can do that. I think I can. Yes, yes, I can. Oh, nice. That takes a lot of moves, but we got it. Okay, so now let's move on to our 4th edge, which I guess let's just do red and yellow, because that's actually mostly done already, it would seem. In fact, it's pretty much entirely done, so... Okay, so 4 edges done. Now let's just move on to our last 4. This is where things are gonna get a little difficult. All right, so I'm gonna do blue and red next, since that's probably the easiest one to recognize. It's the one that contrasts the most with the rest of these. And this doesn't have any of that on it, so... Oh, this is actually really good. Okay, so this one needs to be flipped. Yeah, I know I'm moving around a lot while doing this, but I'm making this work no matter what. All right, so we got 3 edges left. We are, yeah, I think we're definitely gonna get this done faster than my prediction. I guess let's just do green and orange next. I know these last 3 colors don't contrast very well, but actually, we got really lucky. There's no green and orange in this top layer right here. So as long as I just... Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to hide that, flip this edge, and then we just flip this segment. And that actually is really simple. It's almost like a 7x7 edge right there. Now we need to just put this here. Okay, so now we just need to focus on doing these last 2, and that just takes a lot of these flipping algorithms. It does look like we unfortunately are going to have a couple parodies. I'm not too happy about that, but it's going to be okay. Oh man, that's going to be obnoxious though. Okay. So let's do this one next. And then I suppose... Okay, it looks like we're gonna have like 3 parodies. I'm not gonna bother trying to congregate them all on one edge. Let's just get these all over with. So it's almost 43 minutes. All right, yeah, I gotta focus on doing this alg, and then I gotta do this twice on this one. I'm actually really happy that I have an actual flat surface this time. When I did the 13x13, I was in the car and I was using my cube bag as a surface, which is not the best for doing things like parody algs on big cubes. But yeah, this is the last one. Almost there. it looks like my phone's running out of battery, but thankfully we are almost done here. So now we're on to F2L because I did my cross already. So let's go ahead and get this pair in just like that. I think I could keyhole any of these. I can absolutely keyhole this one in. So that edge was already in place, so that's really helpful for us. And then we just need to do this. Turn it up like that. F2L is almost done. Okay, so gotta do it like this. There we go. We're almost there. And a pretty easy OLL. What do we got? This looks like a JA. I don't actually have my JA properly learned, so I'm just gonna do a lefty JB. And there we go. Done. Stop. All right. Okay, my camera is definitely a bit rotated. Let's fix that. There we go. All right, so, oh, don't, please don't. I hate this tripod. Will you stand up for me? Thank you. All right, so the camera angle is a little bit different. See if I can fix that. I can't really fix much with this tripod. All right, so the total time that we spent on this was 42 minutes, 25.51 seconds. So that is a lot faster than I thought it would take to solve the 11 by 11. When I got my first 9 by 9, this is kind of how I predicted that. This is kind of like the time I predicted that it would take me to solve this, to solve the 9 by 9, but I solved the 11 by 11 in that amount of time. So we finished about 5.5 minutes faster than I originally thought we would, which is pretty awesome, and I'm really glad that I was able to take this opportunity to do this for you guys, because I really enjoyed this. Even though it was a very long and tedious solve, this is still a very fun solve, and I had a really good time making this video for you guys. So I don't really think I'm going to focus on any sort of special outro, so I'm just going to go ahead and close this out now. If you enjoyed this, then please be sure to leave a like. I put a lot of time into filming this. I mean, it's 44 and a half minutes to solve this thing, so yeah, about that. So yeah, definitely be sure to leave a like on this. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. And then if you want to see more from me in the future, be it cubing or gaming, then please consider hitting that subscribe button and make sure you turn on notifications so you don't miss any new uploads. Thank you all so much for watching, but that will be it for me for this video. I will see you next time. Farewell.